if there comes a point in a campaign where you touch the people, they come together. And that has not changed at all. What has changed is how to get from zero to that point. I use the internet, I use Facebook, I use tweets, I use emails. It's an electronic campaign now. Television has also changed. I'm an old guy, I'm 68. When I left high school, when I left that farm to go to Harvard, my family didn't have a TV. When I came back after 4 years, they didn't have a TV. It was only when I was married years later that we got a television. Now, television is everything in politics. One of the things that's hurt me in this campaign is that I've not been on a single debate. They've had 8 debates. And I noticed I finished 7th in the Florida poll yesterday. That's amazing. I'm running against 10 guys who've been on every debate. The guy's been on 2 debates, 8 debates, 7 debates. I've been on none. But I am slowly making up the ground by personal relationships and using the internet. When I get on the debate, watch what happens. This campaign will change. Right then, it will take off. Because I am good, I'm at best in a room like this with real people. That's what I do. And that's the way I run the governor's office. I don't have a bunch of lawyers around me or a bunch of politicians. When we did healthcare reform in Louisiana, I had doctors, patients, and nurses. That's who I invited. Doctors, patients, and nurses. When Congress did healthcare reform, they had lobbyists, lawyers. Wow, that's a mistake. You need to listen to people. And my gift, my passion, is listening to people and visiting with people. So the question is, how have campaigns changed? In terms of relating to people, they haven't changed at all. But in terms of getting a crowd, it has changed terrifically, terrifically. The crowds are smaller now. People stay at home and watch television. These debates are being important to people. I've watched Herman Cain, a very decent guy, come from zero 5 weeks ago. He was 0, like I am. He's at the top of the list. Watch what happens if a guy like me gets on there. It can change.
How would Wall Street, say, affect this?
Wall Street affects you a couple of ways. The 19 largest banks in America are on Wall Street. And about 85% of our money is in those banks. So Wall Street controls banking. And unfortunately, Wall Street has become a place that takes risk with our money. And when it fails, we bail them out. And those risks cause us to lose jobs. Those risks cause people to lose their homes. I mean, they lent money to people that couldn't pay them back. And that's, Eli, that's not a good thing. Because the day comes when they knock on your door and say, I want your money, and you can't pay them back. You know what they do? They throw you out of the house. Then what do? You'd have been better off not to go in the house, to make other arrangements. So they overpromised, they misled, they cheated because they lied to their borrowers, and then they collected their money back. And they went bankrupt doing it, and they got bailed out by the taxpayers. It's an unfair system, and that's what not corrupt, what do they call themselves? The Wall Street Connection, the Wall Street, who are the people on Wall Street now? The Wall Street, you know, the protesters. Yeah. That's what they're protesting. They're saying, look, the community bank lent money to homes. It didn't go broke. These big guys took risk. We had to bail them out, and they kicked everybody out of the house. It's not fair. I think they're right.